All right, welcome to the 294th District Court. My name is Chris Martin. I'm going to call this morning's criminal docket. When you hear your name, please say present or here. Danielle Gilliam. Alexis Stevens. Letitia Hill. Is Mr. Manning here? Mr. Manning, is Ms. Hill going to be a contested hearing this morning?
No, Judge.
Okay. James Murphy. Robert Bradley. Alicia Joyner. Crystal Pitts. Christina Swope. Bryce Carroll. And for the record, cause number CR 24142, State versus Corey Wayne Kimball. Waiver of arraignment was filed by Mr. Jeff White. That was approved by the court and pretrial is set October 3rd. All right, is there October 3rd, 10-3. Is there anyone in the courtroom, your name's not been called and you expect to be on the docket? All right. Do we have any contested hearings today? Okay. Who's ready?
Yes, Your Honor. They call up the full matter.
Christina Swope. This is cause number CR 24-66, State versus Christina Marie Swope. I show we're here today for restitution hearing. Go ahead, Mr. Wheeler.
We're asking for an additional 30 days.
Any objection from state?
That's correct. Thank
All right. Mr. Wheeler, are you available on August 29th?
Okay.
All right. Court sets Ms. Swope for restitution hearing August 29th at 9 a.m.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I would be excused.
Yes, when she signs her notice of appearance and turns that in, she's free to go.
Do we have?
Yeah, forms right up here under this computer.
I'll take it to you.
All right. Mr. Manning, you ready?
Yes,
Who would you like first?
Ms. Hill,
Oh, it's the only one you got. Letitia Hill, you'll come forward. This is cause numbers CR 18-146, CR 18-147. Motion to adjudicate. Go ahead, Mr. Manning.
yes, Judge. It's jail time since 4 months ago. We've asked to be set for the next docket. Ms. Hill is the primary and sole caregiver for her mother. So she needs some time to arrange care for her mother.
Any objection from the state?
No.
How much time are you looking for, Mr. Manning?
Judge, she had mentioned 1 or 2 weeks. I don't know if the court, I don't know if the court's schedule having any other settings on docket until the end of the month, but there's something.
Yeah, we've got August 13th and 15th.
Judge, that'll be fine. We'd like her to appear at the jail.
Which one do you want, 13th or 15th?
50.
15th? Yes, Ms. Hill, if you'll just report out at the Van Zandt County Justice Center at 1:30 on August 15th, that's a Thursday, then we'll call your case again. Yes, thank you, Mr. Manning. Right, you ready? Bryce Carroll, cause number CR 21-208. Go ahead, Mr. White.
Your Honor, I believe the state may be withdrawing their motion to adjudicate.
Yes, Your Honor, I've spoken with probation. They are supportive of placing Mr. Carroll back on probation. Haven't discussed whether they want any extra terms, but we will be.
So you want to know if I'm interested in having more terms? Is that what you said?
If the court or probation, I haven't had that conversation yet, to see if anybody's required more terms.
Well, I'll recall this and why don't y'all talk about it? And so y'all can get on the same page and then let me know when you're ready and then we'll call him back up. Yes, please. Thank you, sir. And I'll get the white one, she'll get the yellow one, and she's good to go. Thank you. You're welcome, sir. Take care now. Danielle Gilliam. Come on up. Gilliam, you have been charged by indictment with the third-degree felony, I'm sorry, a state jail felony offense of forgery of a financial instrument that carries a range of punishment of not less than 6 months, confinement in prison, and not more than a maximum 2 years confinement in prison, and also carries a potential fine not to exceed $10,000. Do you intend to represent yourself? Are you hiring an attorney? Or are you requesting a court-appointed attorney? What are you trying to do? All right, so I'm going to need you to fill out the request for a court-appointed attorney. If you'll go see my coordinator, Miss Barker, at the end of the hall, there's some paperwork you'll need to fill out. All right, fill that paperwork out and then return to the courtroom. Ms. Stevens? All right, this is a sanctions court hearing. This is cause number CR 23-102. All right, Ms. Stevens, this is your first time in sanctions court, is that correct? Do you know what the purpose of sanctions court is? Tell me in your words what it means. That's one aspect of it. It could be considered a warning. I think more so it's an intervention. It's a chance to prevent you from going down a path that you started on already in your community supervision, that if you continue down, the results are going to either be state's going to either have to dismiss its, you know, case, which it's already convicted you on or put you on deferred, or you're going to end up in, it looks like you're here for state jail felony theft. So you're looking at, and you're on deferred, so you're looking at minimum 6 months to a maximum 2 years in prison without parole. And so the notes that I have in my system here say that you've not been working your community service, you've not been paying your fees, you owe restitution. You're supposed to pay $200 a month. They indicate to me that you don't have a job or a car for transportation. They have indicated that you are maintaining your sobriety. So really, sanctions court is an opportunity for this court to intervene with you and try to correct these issues before you fall too far behind and find yourself receiving a motion to adjudicate warrant and motion being filed against you, and then being brought back in here and the state arguing to the court whether or not you have violated a condition of your community supervision. So give me an update on what's going on in your community service, and why do I have these things mentioned in my file?
Yes, so I'll take it most of my time to do what I had to do to them. And then I don't have transportation, but I'm working on that. I didn't have my ID, even which I did turn it down, just like, because I'm working on it myself. That's what was prolonging me getting the job. But, my kids bother me when I don't get back to work to community service, so I have to get my hours.
What's your plan on community service? Like, where do you plan on going, and how many hours do you plan on working each month? What about job? Of your ID?
It never came in the hard one to do. And I finally got a hold of the DPS office, like, somebody on the phone, and they had to reissue my ID and have it mailed out again. And they just given me an email that has another paper copy.
Once you get your hard copy of your ID, do you have a job lined up, or what kind of work are you trying to do?
I'm already put in my application.
Where at?
That's it.
Do you have an estimated time on when you may get that ID? Did they tell you? All right, so what I'm going to do, Ms. Stevens, is I'm going to set you to come back on August 27th. And these are 3 things that I'm going to require you to do before you get back, okay? I need you to pay $150 to your probation department. That's for your supervision. I need you to pay $25 to court collections. That's towards your fine, court costs, attorney fees, if you had any. And I need you to work 10 hours community service. Okay. You're on probation until October of 2027. What we don't want to do is, if you don't start paying your probation fees, court costs, restitution, if you don't start paying those till late in the game, it's going to either result in your probation being extended, which is going to cost you more time and more money, or it's going to result in them filing a motion to revoke your community supervision. All right. So I expect you to get these done. I understand it may be difficult without having an ID, but there's jobs you can do out there without an ID. You're going to be resourceful and figure out how to get it done. All right, so that's $175. It's not a whole lot of money. $175. And I'm gonna give you, you're gonna come back on August 27th. So you need to have all that done and turned in the week before court. The week before court, you need to have all that turned in, okay? Do you have any questions? I also want to do a UA today. So you're gonna sign this, which is just a notice of your setting, and then come back here and see the probation officer.
Many hours?
10. Hmm. Okay. Do we have any other attorneys that are ready? Are you an attorney? No, I'm looking for an attorney. Are you Mr. McBride? Okay, what was your last name again?
Bridges?
Bridges? Are you ready on Mr. Murphy's case, or do you need time to talk to the prosecutor?
I think just about 30 seconds.
Okay.
I think we're ready now, John.
Okay, Mr. McBride, I'm sorry, Mr. Murphy, if you'll come on over here to the podium. This is cause number CR 24-79, State versus James Francis Murphy for pretrial. All right, Mr. Bridges, any announcement on pretrial?
This time, Your Honor, the prosecutor who's in charge of this case is out today, so we expect to get an offer by the end of the week. We also meet with our clients, so we could go over discovery, so we would ask for recent.
Have y'all, when did y'all receive discovery?
I think for beginning of this month. When Mr. Murphy lives in San Marcos, and we're also in Fort Worth, trying to schedule a time for him to come in and do everything. So we're just, but I expect it to be done.
All right, I was anticipating that y'all would have already gone over discovery with your client and would have filed any contested pretrial motions 7 days prior to today. So I'm going to grant you your reset, but I expect that to be done. I understand that he lives somewhere else, but this case was indicted back in April. Here we are, in almost August, and y'all haven't gone over discovery. So I'm assuming that discovery was provided by the state. I don't know, when did y'all get hired on the case?
At the beginning of
June. All right. Okay, so that was about 30 days ago. So I'm gonna grant you this additional time to go over the discovery, but I expect a pretrial hearing, and all the pretrial hearing is statutorily is that you file your contested pretrial motion 7 days prior to, and then we don't hear them on that day. We just find out what they are and then we schedule them. Okay. All right, I'm gonna reset Mr. Murphy then for an additional pretrial hearing. How much time do you need, Mr. Bridges? Do you want, I've got August 13th, 15th, or 27th. All right, court sets Mr. Murphy for pretrial August 27th. That'll be at 9 a.m. Morning, sir. All right, is Mr. Mills here today? Someone spoke with Mr. Mills on Mr. Bradley?
Your Honor, I spoke with Mr. Mills over email. He indicated that he had a number of leads that would take all the Anderson County. But he did indicate that this case would be ready to be out on Thursday for the Southern Court.
Did he,
I expect he did, well,
and Ms. Taberham's out today, so I don't know if he sent her communication, but she's out, so. Mr. Bradley, come on up. This is cause numbers CR 15-176, CR 16-233, State versus Robert Lynn Bradley. Mr. Bradley, have you spoken with Mr. Mills? Okay, and is that your understanding what Mr. Hartwell said, is that you expect to plea out on this case and do it this week on Thursday? I mean, is that what you're just, I don't need to tell me what you talked with your attorney about, but was that your understanding? Okay. All right, court. And so, Mr. Hartwell, you're saying that Mr. Mills indicated he's available on Thursday
yes,
and to set it for a plea.
yes, and it would be a one.
It'd be a morning plea. These are really old motion to revokes, right? CR 15 and 16.
Yes, sir. Since they're state, these are gonna be for time served. These were kind of floating out, while Mr. Bradley was stating there were some other issues, so it's just a matter of getting the paper.
All right, Mr. Bradley, I'm gonna reset you for Thursday this week, August 1st. So day after tomorrow, I'm gonna have you sign a notice of appearance, and then once you get the yellow copy, you're free to go. 9 a.m. Yes, sir. Free to go. Mr. Schmidt, are you ready? Ready on Ms. Joyner? Alicia Renee Joyner, CR 20-127. Go ahead, Mr. Schmidt. Will it be a morning plea or afternoon plea? You want to do Tuesday, August 13th? Tuesday, August 27th? Any objection from state?
No, sir.
All right, court sets Ms. Joyner for plea on August 27th at 1:30. And Ms. Joyner, Mr. Smith, I'm gonna go ahead and get a UA today. All right, probation would like for you to submit to one, so go ahead and get your. Well, come on, okay, we'll just come over here and see. Don't argue with me, just get your stuff and then come over here and see Officer.
I'll go over the
Let's do it here.
Over there.
Let's do it here.
I'm in front here.
Do it here. if you don't mind. Yeah. You ready on anyone else? Ms. Pitts, State of Texas versus Crystal Irene Pitts, CR 18495. This is on a motion to adjudicate. Go ahead, Mr. Sherman. Any objection from state?
No.
All right, court sets Ms. Pitts for plea August 27th. Is that morning or afternoon, Mr. Schmidt? August 27th at 1:30. Yes, sir. Mr. White, Mr. Carroll, y'all come forward.
Your Honor, well, there's no new conditions. There are local things on probation that we bring up. Which is that they'd like to see a little bit more effort in completing community service hours. This isn't the first time we've been here on MCA, but this will be the last time that it's withdrawn. Also, Travis County has some business that will still need to be attended to, but beyond those three things, there's no added.
Anything, Mr. White?
Uh,
Do you understand what he's saying, Mr. Carroll? So you've got an opportunity here. The state's filed their motion to withdraw, not adding any additional conditions on you, but asking you to step up your game. You understand? And you've been here before. We've gone through this song and dance, if you will. All right. So you have an opportunity to stay out of prison. All right. And it's your opportunity to either take advantage of or to forfeit. It's up to you. All right. So do what your probation officer is asking you to do, show that additional effort, and just understand that there's not going to be any more withdrawals according to the state. Okay. All right, court, this is cause number CR 21-208, State of Texas versus Bryce Christopher Carroll, state having tendered its motion to withdraw. The motion to adjudicate, indicating that the probation department has indicated that the defendant has made significant steps in complying with his probation since the motion to adjudicate was filed. So I'll commend you on that. What I don't want is to have to motivate you by filing a motion. I want you to be motivated on your own. Okay. Court is granting the state's motion to withdraw and continue. Court orders Mr. Carroll to continue on his conditions of community supervision. Y'all need to see Mr. Carroll before he leaves. All right, Mr. Carroll, come over here and meet with the probation officers before you leave. Otherwise, you're free to go. Okay. You mean?
Sure.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. If she doesn't go, then that's of course. Yes, sir. We'll see you this afternoon. All right, for the record, cause number CR 18-311, State of Texas versus Danielle Renee Gilliam. She's also going by Danielle Renee Smith. She appeared today for arraignment as ordered. She's requested court-appointed attorney. The court has reviewed her application. Court-appointed attorney finds that she is not indigent at this time. The court is granting her additional time to hire an attorney. Court has ordered her back on August 27th, 2024 at 9 a.m. All right, I believe that completes this morning's criminal docket. Court's going to stand in recess until 1:30.